Tool Up has got to be one of the most fun ones so far. A little bit of creativity here. I think that if you don't see it initially, then it's actually quite difficult, but there's one big kind of key to doing this. We've got ourselves 4 targets and 4 secondary targets that we need to get to in the minute as usual. And the first thing we're going to do is to take this speedboat over here, because this is going to be our getaway boat. Now I have to drop it off here, and we're going to move the big I don't know what kind of boat it is, to be honest, like big trawler or whatever. We're going to get this out of the way, and we don't really need to care where it goes. We're just going to smack it up there. Get back into our speedboat and position it where the big boat was, pointing in this direction. Now we need to do a little bit of prep work for the end part of the heist, which involves taking down a lot of these fences and getting some ramps in position. So we need to get up to one of these toolboxes here, so we're going to put some ramps up and just cut off the edge of the railing so that it makes it a lot easier, and get this box out of the way, and then just pull the target a bit closer. I went for 2 ramps just in case. There we go. Now we need to get rid of this fence that's in front. We don't want that. We also need to get rid of a wall and a fence for this big building on the left. So we're going to use the forklift, kind of big forklift, to do that. And there's also an explosive barrel that you can shoot that I nearly forgot about, which will take some of the wall down for you. So we're going to clear this out. And we do need to take this edge of the wall off and do some damage to the inside structure. Chipping the edges away with the shotgun. I do recommend upgrading the amount of ammo you can carry and the damage for the shotgun quite early. It's useful. And we're going to put our next planks in. There's a lot of optimization you can do in this one, I'll be honest with you. It's just not something that I wanted to do this time. I just wanted to get it done. It's very easy to get this done in the time using this method. But you, as I say, you can further optimize it if you want. So simple optimization is moving that over. We want to take this wall out as well and just save it here in case something goes a bit wrong. You can just blast a load of pipe bombs at it. I do have the bomb because I got to completed this mission before I came back and did it, but you can do this with pipe bombs, you can do it with shotguns, so it's just saving some time. And we're going to get rid of this fence as well, and the gates, everything out the way. A little bit of tidy up on the edges, and we're going to get rid of this gate as well, over to the barn where we put the other ramps. And just next to that as well, on the other corner, we're going to again use pipe bombs, use shotguns. We're going to take this edge down to make our getaway a little bit quicker to the next area. One thing I will point out on this bit is you can use another vehicle here in this gap that I'm positioning. I do it slightly differently, we'll see at the end. Again, we need to do a bit more clearing up so we can get to what will be our final one we'll collect. So yeet the gate out of the way. This isn't really necessary, you can jump this bit, but I just felt like putting a ramp in it, I think. And then I just stick another plank on the top just to make life a little bit easier. And that is going to be our getaway route, which again you can further optimise. You can take the edge down, we can do a little bit more damage to that. So I just do a little bit of tidy up. I use the van just to make the space a bit bigger. You can use the van as your getaway. We position this Jeep here because it's the one that gets over the ground. There are some planks you could put in, and when I do my run I can show you where those go. But realistically this is a bit overkill taking this one down because I don't actually use this route. But again, just making it nice and easy to get from there over to this other barn, which you'll see when we do the run through. Right, so this is the reasonably easy part of it out the way. Just remember to collect any debris and things before we go. And we're going to take down this big car gate because we don't want to wait for it to open. And we'll chuck this into the sea, and we'll hoy the other bit into the sea as well as soon as we got that off, and take a bit of the wall out too. Okay, so the next bit's more difficult now. We actually have to start doing things that take a little bit more finesse than just blowing stuff up. So we're going to take the crane over the bridge, and if you stop and raise the bridge, which I've kind of sped up a little bit there so you might not notice, it saves time later. We're going to attach a plank to the crate and let that hang down. and as I say, it's a good place to quick save it because this bit is quite variable. To make it a bit easier, you can do what I do, which is to take down this section of the wall, like the little ledge that goes in front of the crane here, and you can do it at the top as well. It just makes the transition a little bit more seamless, but as I say, this is quite random, so a quick save and just yanking it off the top will work quite well. We're going to attach a plank to the plank, and then this is a little bit frustrating, but we're going to try and attach the next bit of the plank to that. If you miss, you can reload, or you can just make a mess of it like this. And these planks are weirdly strong. We're just going to reverse straight back. If you go at an angle, it kind of causes bits of issues, and we've pulled that off the top. Now you can secure the power drill or whatever it is inside there to the wall of the crate if you want to, using a plank to help it to not move, but I've not had a problem with this one ripping off. We're now going to drag this all the way up here to where the saw is near the start, and we're going to take the crane back to the bridge. That's kind of an annoying section, so I save scum it there. We're going to jump all the way around the side, and we're going to head over to the boat and one of the other objectives. Now the first bit you want to do is to take down this kind of scaffolding rig around this, I think it's called a barge, around the barge. Normally this goes on the first one, but this was a bit stubborn. If you go underwater and just cut a couple of them, it should all just collapse out your way. Don't forget to free the boat. And we're going to make this into a little tugboat. Try and not sink it as I turn around. Just by using a plank, and I'm kind of starting to feel planks now. I get their place in the game. I was wondering if they were going to be useful. Because of my positioning, it's really hard for me to turn left here, but I managed to get round. A bit of a Zoolander moment, but try and take it right up to the edge of the bridge because you'll make the next section much easier. On this, you want to either cut a hole in the crate and put it in the crate, or just do what I do, which is to attach some planks to it, as when you pick it up with the crane it quite often breaks. You can move the boat out of the way. If I'm honest with you, just totally forgot about the boat, but if you move out of the way it does help the bridge to settle down a little bit better. And then we're just going to crane it up. So this, it's important to go straight up, because if you drag it, it can scratch the edge off, which can be a little bit annoying, and just be careful of clipping any of the edges, which can cause it to spin round, and then you lose your, whatever it is, the tool that hangs off the side of it. If I'm honest, I can't actually remember what it even is. Now this bit you can do a lot better. This is what I mean with the optimization. I kind of did better just by luck the first time. I did try and put that crate down, but when I did it, it ripped it off, so I just left it hanging. This is unfortunate here that it landed this way round, but if you're going for pure speed, you'll want to make sure you've landed those and you've cracked them open and you've moved the drills and whatever they are as close as possible. Right, so the car now goes into the middle of this, and we are all but ready to have a go. Nice and close to this crate on the left for me, so I can kind of glitch through, and then we'll just do a little bit of tidying up. Did try and cut through that, but it's a foundation. Okay, right, so we pick up the buzzsaw, grab this one, and I kind of glitched through there and didn't expect it to work so well. Straight over here, and this is the reason why I haven't taken this low wall down that much, because it doesn't really matter, but again you can optimise that hugely. Out through here into this jeep, and if you put planks here where I collide, that will make it a bit easier. As I say, it's a bit scrappy, but I'm not going for a record here. Straight up to that. Again, you could drive the jeep straight in and then have a van or another vehicle waiting on this bit here, so you can go straight through. That'll save you probably 10-15 seconds already. Straight up there, that could be removed, or planks, and then into this boat, hopefully the first time instead of falling through. And then we just send it over to our main getaway vehicle, and hopefully a nice transition out. As I say, you can do that very smoothly. I think I probably did it better the first time because I was spent a little bit more time on the prep, but that's a general idea. So hopefully you can complete tool up with that one. Good luck.